From TLDR News, this is your daily briefing for Monday, the 4th of July, 2022. Good afternoon. Today we'll be discussing some of the biggest stories, including President Macron's reshuffle and the Copenhagen shooting. We'll also be answering today's big question: what's happening at the January the 6th hearings? But first, Ukraine gives up Luhansk. The Ukrainian army has today retreated from Lysyschansk, the last major city that they controlled in the Luhansk Oblast. In effect, the Ukrainian army said that the decision was made to preserve the lives of the defenders of Ukraine on the back of Russian superiority in the region. A Ukrainian commander claimed that Russia's superiority came from having more weapons, ammunition and personnel. This is why the Ukrainian army feared that they would lose a lot of troops if they remained in Lysyschansk. Following this withdrawal, President Zelensky claimed that there is a risk that the whole Luhansk region could be occupied by Russian troops soon. The Russian defense minister made a similar claim, declaring that Russia had achieved the liberation of the Luhansk region. Zelensky went on to say that he expects his troop to re-enter the region at a later date. Yesterday, a deadly attack took place in a mall in Copenhagen. Police have claimed that gunfire started at 5:35 p.m. local time, and 30 minutes later, the 22-year-old shooter was apprehended. Police say that the shooter was known to the mental health services. It's currently believed that the shooter acted on their own and that it's too early to suggest what the motive may have been. So far, it's believed that 3 people have died: 2 17-year-olds and 1 47-year-old man. Of this incident, Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen said, "We have all been brutally ripped out of the bright summer that we have just started. This is beyond comprehension, heartbreaking, meaningless." Police have requested that any witnesses come forward. There's more on the way, but be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to make the daily briefing part of your daily routine, or just search for us on your podcast app to listen along. China has warned the UK that Taiwan is, quote, an inseparable part of China, after Britain held one-to-one trade talks with a top Taiwanese official. Taiwanese trade envoy John Deng held talks with UK government economic and trade officials on topics including trade relations and Taiwan's desire to join the CPTPP trade bloc, according to Politico. The meeting was not publicised by the UK's Trade Department, and whilst the department confirmed the meeting, it did not elaborate on the details of the discussions. The UK submitted an application to join the CPTPP trade bloc more than a year ago, with both China and then Taiwan applying in September last year too. China resolutely opposes Taiwan's potential membership of the bloc and warned against any country with relations with China signing any official agreement with Taiwan. French President Emmanuel Macron has reshuffled his cabinet following last month's legislative elections, which saw him lose a parliamentary majority and some key ministers. Perhaps the most notable change is that Damien Abad, Minister for Solidarity, for just over a month will leave the government following rape and attempted rape allegations from multiple women, which he denies. He is currently being investigated by French authorities. His post will be filled by the current head of the French Red Cross. Macron will appoint his ex-health minister, Olivier Véran, who led the health ministry through the COVID pandemic, as the new government spokesperson. His top team is largely unchanged, with the finance, foreign, defence, justice, education, interior and labour ministers all staying in post. The government's first challenge comes this week with a draft cost of living bill heading to Parliament and a big policy speech by Prime Minister Elizabeth Bourne. Over the weekend, the British Army's Twitter and YouTube accounts were breached. The Army's Twitter name was changed to Bates Clan, and their profile picture replaced by the ape-like cartoon figure. The account then started to retweet posts related to non-fungible tokens or NFTs. The Army's YouTube account was also compromised, with the account renamed Ark Invest. The account then began promoting an interview with Tesla's Elon Musk about cryptocurrency. The Ministry of Defence confirmed late on Sunday night that it was aware of a breach of the account and that an investigation was underway. They further stressed that the army takes information security extremely seriously and would not be commenting further until the investigation was complete. The accounts are back to normal. There's no indication whatsoever that the actors behind the breach accessed any aspect of the army's internal systems. That's all we have time for on YouTube today, but if you want more, including our discussion of the January the 6th hearings, then watch the extended edition of the Daily Briefing over on Nebula. Nebula subscribers not only get everything you've already watched ad-free, but also an extended edition of the show every single day, available to watch on Nebula or stream on your podcast app of choice. So if you want to support the channel and get a more extensive daily briefing every day, you'll want to sign up. And there's good news. Our friends at CuriosityStream, the streaming service which offers some of the best documentaries, is offering a deal whereby you can get both platforms, CuriosityStream and Nebula, for less than $15 a year. That's all the best documentaries you could want on CuriosityStream, and then more TLDR on Nebula, including the extended briefing, other full exclusive TLDR videos, and it's always ad-free. Click the link below to get both services for less than $15 a year and support the channel.